modern fashion designers, welcome back to class. This is Modern Woman Apparel. I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers, and if this is your first time of seeing us, you're highly welcome. Please kindly join us by clicking on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so as to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you. So guys, in today's class we'll be learning how to make this very simple, easy kimono apron. So the measurements we'll be needing for this project is just the shoulder length, the shoulder to the waist length, and the length of this project here, the length of your gown. I'll be making use of 1 yard of this African print for this project. So how do you know the amount of fabric to put on fold? First, what you need to do is to get your shoulder length. Now the shoulder length I'm working with is 14 inches. So what I will do now is to remove 2 inches from the 14 inches, and that will be 12 inches. Now that 12 inches, I will add 4 inches to it, and that will give me 16 inches. So the reason for the additional 4 inches is because I'll be using 2 inches to hem the side. So 2 inches for the left side and 2 inches for the right hand side, and that will make it 4 inches. Note that if you're making this for a plus size, there's no need to remove anything from the shoulder measurement. So what you just do is take the shoulder measurements, then add your hemming allowance to it. I hope you understand. Now what I'll do is to put this fabric on fold. Now remember we have 16 inches. So I'll put this fabric on fold here and measure out 16 inches. So one part of the 16 inches will be for the front and one part for the back. So I'll cut out 16 inches here. So this is 16 inches on fold. Remember, 16 inches for the front and 16 inches for the back. Now if you want, you can slash through the center of this to separate them, but for me I'll be leaving it so because I'll be cutting the front and the back panels together. So what I'll just do is to fold this like this. Now we can start taking all our measurements. Firstly, what I did is to come here and rule my starting line. So after that, what I'll do now is to take the neckline. Remember, we are cutting the front and the back panels together. So for here, I'll be making use of 4.5 inches. So for the neck depth, I'll be making use of 5.5. When cutting the neckline, first you have to consider the size of your client, and secondly you have to consider if the client wants this to be really wide or not. For me, I'm making use of this neckline because the client specifically ordered for a wider neckline. So if you want a smaller one, you can do 3.5 by 4 inches. 3.5 as the width, 4 inches as the depth. In all, just make sure it's wide enough for your client's head to pass through, because there will not be any zipper or button on this. So this 4.5 by 5.5 is for the front neckline. So I'll come down from this starting line here by 1.5 inches for the back neck depth. After that, I'll connect. Now having done this, what I'll do now is to take the shoulder measurement. Remember, I said earlier that I'm working with a shoulder length of 14 inches, which I removed 2 inches from it, and that leaves me with 12 inches. Now on this neckline, I'll divide the 12 inches by 2, which will give me 6 inches. So I'll mark 6 inches here. And remember, I said I'll be needing 2 inches for the side hem. So this is it. Now I'll come down here by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. From this 1 inch, I'll connect it back to the neckline. So guys, as you can see, it's all so easy. So what I'll take next is the length of this dress. So for this, I'm making use of a length of 38 inches, and I'll add 2 inches to it for the hem, and that will give me 40 inches. So from this shoulder line here, I'll measure 40 inches. So this is it. After that, what I will do before I cut this out is to come to this shoulder line here and add ½ inch for joining. Only on this shoulder line, please. So next is for me to cut this out. So for this, we'll be cutting out the back neckline first, and after cutting out the back neckline, we separate the panels before cutting the front neckline. After that, I'll slash through the side to separate the panels. So guys, after cutting the back neckline and slashing through the sides, also cutting the length of this place here, what we'll do is to separate the back panel from the front. So this here is the back panel. So what we'll do next is to cut out the front neckline. This is for the front here and this is for the back. Now it is time for us to join together. So to join this, what I'll do is to place the back and the front panels right side facing each other like this and stitch the shoulder. After joining the shoulder, what I'll do next is to hem the sides by folding it this way. And I will run a stitch. I also do that same thing to the hem of this dress. And I'll stitch. After hemming the sides, as you can see, and also the length of this dress here, what I'll do is to tidy this neckline here with my bias tape. So this is it. I placed the bias and this fabric right side facing each other, and I stitched up to this part, and when I got here, I joined these two together. Now what I will do is to flip this to the wrong side of this dress like this and stitch all around. After the neckline, what I did next is to cut out 4 pieces of this strap here. This is 2 inches on fold and the length is about 22 inches. So I made 4 pieces of it. Then I went ahead to stitch from here to this line here, and I left this side open. So through here, I'll be turning this over. After turning the fold to the right side, I'll take it to my iron table and give it a good press. After that, you bring this main part here, turn it to the wrong side. This is the right side and this is the wrong side. Then you measure your waist length. You put a mark there on this side and on this other side. Now what we'll do after that is to attach this strap. So here's what you do. Place it here like this. Before you get to this edge here, you stitch here. Then flip it again to this part here and stitch. So you're going to be covering up this raw edge here. So this is what I did. Place it here, stitch here, somewhere here, cover the raw edge, then you stitch here. So you will do this to all the straps. Stitch here, place it this way and stitch here. So guys, this is all for this class. You can see our apron looking so beautiful. Please don't forget to like, share and comment, and if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.